All right, hello everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and in this video, I am going to be attempting to troubleshoot one of the problems that I was experiencing in my last video on this project. So let me minimize myself a little bit, and I will show you what the problem is. So in my consumer resource microservice, I am trying to hit this endpoint and do this post request. So I want post at this endpoint, okay? I run this microservice, this consumer resource microservice. I'm able to hit the other ones, okay? I'm able to hit this homepage. I'm able to hit this like find all, and I'm able to get the data from the repository. So I'm able to query my database, my MongoDB database, grab the documents back and show it off. That's what we see here. Okay, so I'm hitting all of these, but then when I come here to this post mapping, I am, and obviously don't pay too much attention to this line right here. Was doing it while I was troubleshooting in my last video. I was trying to see, well, am I even hitting this endpoint? And the answer, from what I can tell, is no. I'm not even hitting this endpoint. Okay, so I tried to come and hit this endpoint. I don't get anything. And so I'm thinking like, okay, well, how are we going to go about solving this? The other thing that I can say is I have a different microservice, and let me make myself a little there. So here, this is in a different microservice. This one is in the producer. So I have the consumer and the producer microservice, okay? And very similar, I have REST, and so at this endpoint, I do a post mapping, okay? And I have this endpoint. I can successfully query this endpoint, okay? Or not query, but post to it. So it's not something about post, although one of the things that I am going to, now that I'm just saying it out loud, this one is post mapping, right? And this one is, so post mapping and post mapping, but this one doesn't even have an endpoint. What would happen? Okay, let's see what happens. I don't know. Let's see if this even works. I don't know. Let's add. So I'm gonna go into my not producer. I want consumer. So I'm gonna go into my consumer. I am going to Maven W Spring Boot run. Let's see if it even runs. Okay. So we didn't get an error. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to open up a new terminal. Okay. Here, I want to go to Copilot, which has this curl command. Okay. Then I want to do the curl command, but change the API endpoint that I am going towards. So I want consumer resource. Actually, that's what I want. So I'm still getting this 802 API consume resource. Hold on, not API. It should just be like this. Okay, so we've got a different error. This is a status 500 internal error. Okay. So let me try to do a git command to that same location. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to do, instead of post, I'm going to do git. And I need to delete all this. And then if this doesn't work, I'm just going to go and methods not allowed. What's wrong with this one? Okay, so that is kind of the thing that I'm trying to deal with right now. Like, why is this not working? What's going on? And so I'm going to be going through this, trying to figure that out. That's going to be this video. Okay. Hold on, did I enable Swagger with this consume resource? Where would Swagger be? It would be in my POM file, right? And then I would need to do it in my main one here, so like, okay, let's just, I want to enable Swagger for my Spring Boot application. Okay, so let's do that, and that should give us some hooks into the API endpoints, and then we can try to query that, get a little bit more information based off of what we find there. The other thing is just try to figure out, okay, yeah, we'll figure out, see what's up. So do I already have that? I'm gonna look, I'm gonna get rid of all these. Oops. So this is one that I'm trying to troubleshoot, and I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so now I want to go into the POM file, and I want to look for that Spring Boot or Spring Doc Open API Starter Web MVC UI. Okay, so I already have it. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so it is. Here we go. So here's the post request, okay? Is it because I need a string for ID? I mean, that's one thing that I could think of that would cause it. Let's see, try it out, okay? ID, let's, I don't know, create something random. Name is going to be something else random. And quantity is going to be 9. So let's do execute, okay? So we did this and we got an error, okay. Connection close, content type, okay. Let's try the other ones. This one should work. Just try it out and then execute. And we get a 200. So what does that tell us? That tells us that this works, but this one does not. Okay, what if I just rebuild it? So Maven clean install. I don't know. Well, I don't like that. Compilation failure, unreachable statement. It doesn't like this. Okay. It's annoying. Just let me do, like, that should not be a compilation error. Just because you don't like something. Here. Okay. Are you happy? Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, again, this should not be a error. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna do Spring Boot run. Let it do its thing. Okay. Then I'm gonna come back up to here and try to execute this again. I don't know, maybe I had some. Okay. This worked. All right, response body, testing. There it is, right there. Uh-huh. So now I'm gonna just do the exact same thing. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do it. This should build it, right? Like, I don't need to do Spring Boot. I'm purposefully not doing the Maven clean install because I want to see, like, well, I changed it, and let me just execute this again and see if I get the testing. Item not found. That's exactly what we were hoping for. Okay. How about this? Wait, now it's not happy about that. Why is it not oh, because I need double quotes? Okay. Let's try to run this. All right. Go. I feel like this is, okay, so 404 status, okay, error 404, okay, cool, good. Wait, what if I refresh this? I come here and then do the exact same thing, try it out. I'm trying to understand, like, why is it failing? Like, what's going on? String is going to be this. And the name, sure, actually string is fine, 6. 400, okay. Item is not found. That's because we do this, right? Bad request. Like, that's the reason right there. So we're not getting a, yeah. Okay, so we're still hitting that endpoint. Like, what was my problem in the last video? Okay. So, from this, what I'm going to try to do is close out of this one. Okay? Close. Do that. Then I'm going to come here, and I am going to start running my Eureka server. So, and I should have copy and pasted this. Maven W, okay? Spring boot, run. So what I'm trying to do is, I was encountering an error in my last video that I made literally like an hour ago, and I was unable to hit that endpoint. Like this endpoint, I just couldn't hit it. It wasn't running. But then I started this video and it is running. So now I'm trying to understand, well, I fixed the problem, I think, but I don't understand what I did to fix it. Like, okay, the problem is gone. What was the problem? And what did I do to fix it? And now I'm doing the server. I'm gonna start the Eureka server, and I'm gonna start the other stuff up in this project, the other microservices, and then I'm gonna try it again from Swagger and see if I get it. So I'm trying to isolate as many variables as I can. So I'm gonna say, okay, if I register my consumer resource, do I still get that error? If no, okay, well then I am going to try to have all of the servers or all of the microservices up and running. Do I still get the error? If no, then I'm going to go to my front end, and instead of from Swagger, I'm going to try to do it from my front end. Do I still get the error? So try to isolate it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to come in here and go into my consumer resource, and then okay, this time I will copy and paste it. So Maven Spring Boot run. Don't press enter. Copy it. Okay. So now I am running this one. Okay. So now I should be able to refresh this, right? Okay. And I should be able to come in here and look at, that's my producer microservice. Here's my consumer, so I'm gonna press find all. Okay, so I should be able to come in here and check this via. So I should be able to do via. And I don't think I need the ID. But I'm gonna come in here and do via, okay. Bro, try it out. Okay, here we go. Quantity, let's say 2, okay. What is it now? It's 81. So I notice we have 2 of them. One is 81, the other one is 5, and like that is a bug. I need to fix that in my producer microservice, but that we're not focused on that right now. So I just want to see, can either one of those go down? So 81 and 5. Now I'm going to press execute. Okay. Okay, items deleted. Now I'm going to come back to here. 81 and 5. There it is. There it is. Okay, so I am able to get it. I am able to hit it. Okay. And it's just like that. That's the way that I thought that I had it. I thought I had it in that way. Okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go into my producer resource, and I messed it up because Spring Boot run. Okay, I'm not copying and pasting it because this is actually the last microservice that I need to run, which is a Spring application. There's one more that I do need to run, which is my front end. Whoops. Front end. There we go. So that one is a Node application. So app.js. Okay. So now I'm just gonna see. Here's this. I have my consumer, my producer, and my front gateway. Okay, so should we do it again? Let's just do it another time. Let's decrease it by 1 this time. Okay, okay. Now I'm going to come in here, and we have 79 and 5. 78. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. It's good. All of my microservices are running. Now I'm going to try to do it from the front end. Okay, so let's go to the front end. It's this one. Refresh it. Are you sure? Yes, reload. Okay, so take supply pings it goes through the Eureka server, so it grabs the Eureka server's information on the consumer resource and then sends that request to that consumer resource endpoint. So let's do it. Let's via quantity is 3. Okay. Now I'm not putting in the ID, so maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Let's press submit and see what's up. Okay. Failed with 404. Okay. And then I'm going to come back to here and I'm going to verify 78 and 5 is probably the same. Yep. Okay, so we were unable to do that. So my front end is having some problem. What would be causing that? I don't know. Consumer resource front end index.js. So that is going to be in this service caller here. Error calling this. And then this here. Okay. So let me actually just copy and paste this. It should be the same, right? Did I do base URL? Yeah. So service name, okay. I'm gonna come in here and just copy and paste this. Wait, why does this one seem so much smaller? What did I not do? So base URL, okay. Try. Oh, it's because I need that. I'm doing a post request, so I need that information, right? There's all of this. Before I do that, what if I just did this? ID is equal to I don't know, something. Who knows? Who cares? Okay. What if I just did that? And then just came from here, did via, reload it. Okay, so it still does not like it. Okay, fine. Post service 2. So this is going to be a come here and just paste this and call it post service, okay? And then I need the request. I need that. So request. And then this is not going to be a get, it is going to be a post. Okay. And now I need to actually do the post. So I need to send that over. So I'm just going to ask GPT to do that for me. Okay. Here is one of my call post callers. I am trying to reach an end point with the same things as this curl command. The curl command is working. Okay. So then I come in here, I just copy and paste this. Did it copy? I don't know if it did. We'll see. Yeah, it did. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm not doing some kind of weird, you know, some kind of weird what am I even trying to say? Typo or something. Okay, so well the way that it says is just put request in the post. You know? Let's just try it. Okay. Sure. Let's try it. I mean, we're just trying stuff right now. So I have this. Okay. Let's do that. And let's run it again. Alright. So, come here. I want to reload this. Yes, I do. Via. I should have done something that was like, anyways. 3. Failed with 404. Okay, so it still doesn't like it. What could be causing this? I have no idea why this one doesn't work. But if I do this one to my other microservice, it does work. And it's a GET request, so maybe it's a GET? Okay. So this one here. I don't even think I used these two. This one works, right? Wait, I'm doing post service, so it. Oh my gosh, I might have even broken it actually. This is. So why would it work on the... on the producer one? Let me see. Let me try to do that. Let me come here and just see if this one works for the producer. So I'm gonna come here, produced for, okay, and then a quantity of 4. Submit that, please. No. Come on. I'm gonna call this produce 2 and this produce service, okay. Then come here, do this, then come here, do that, then reload this, then try to go and do, I don't know, P2 with 2, submitted successfully. Okay, so this one works. This one is stupid. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Out of my site. Go away. Let's update this comment. Does work. This one works for producer microservice. 妈的，对，我也想说妈的。Microservice does not work for consumer microservice. No, 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 not you. Okay. Little Apple Assistant wanted to come out. I should have checked, like, is P2 even in there? Let me check. Let's see, P2 with quantity 2, awesome. And actually, yeah, I don't want this ID field even in there because now it's gonna come out with that. I don't want that. I want it to auto-generate an ID field. I don't want it to have that right there. I don't know. Okay, so what is the point which we are at right now? This works for one of them, but not the other one. Okay. I've proven that this one, like, I can hit this from Swagger, right? Like, I can go like this and do whatever I want. I can even do like P2 and quantity 1. Do this and then wait, hold on. Oh, P2, like this. Item deleted, then I can come, I don't need that anymore. I can come here, and so I've proven that this will get hit. Okay. So where in this chain is it like messing up? What if I do this? Console.log, okay, and then I say what? I do these ones, and then say base URL is $ here base URL. I want to see like what are we actually sending? Maybe that's one of the problems. I don't know. Okay. Now we need to go like this, then we need to go like this and go back. Okay. Then come back here, do this, reload. Name doesn't matter, quantity also doesn't matter. And now we're gonna come here and so is that right though? Like, I don't know what that is. Why is it 10? Where's Eureka? Here it is. So 10.0062 producer resource. Like that doesn't make any sense. What is this? This isn't the IP address. Maybe that's my local host actually. Oh, probably is. Probably is my local host. What if I just did this? What if I just went like this? And put this in here. What would happen? 8082, and what do I want? Test? Okay, fine. Okay, well, I'm getting an error. Let's just say this on 8080, okay, like this. I don't think this doesn't mean it's not my local host though. Let's go to producer. Okay, producer here, controller here, and just hit one of these endpoints. Let's see if this works. On 8080, come in here. So it is my local host. Okay, so that's correct. It's correct. I'm thinking it might have something to do with these things. I really think it might have something to do with that. Let me do this. And then find my consumer resource. This is producer. This one is consumer. Okay, so I need to exit out of this. Okay. Okay. Now I need to rerun it. Okay. And now I'm gonna try to hit it from Swagger again. So I have this P2. Okay, I'm gonna try to execute. And it, oh, maybe I need to refresh it. Okay. try it out. And what are we looking at? We're looking at this, so I still have P2, or I can do via, whatever. So I can do via, and quantity is going to be 1, okay? Execute. I get a 200, okay. So 78, let's see, 77, okay, still, that works, all right. So now I am gonna come in here, I'm gonna refresh this, okay, do that, yes. Via, and quantity is 3, and submit, and, hold on. Localhost via 777654. So let's see, 70. Okay, that was the problem. It didn't like my backslash. Okay, there it is. First thing we do, commit. Commit. Terminal, please. Go back. This one? Yeah. Okay. Get status. Okay. Get add. Get commit. Fixed issue that consumer resource microservice was not able to reach. Actually, that's consumer resource. Okay. It was that the front end microservice was not able to reach the consumer. So front end microservice was not able to reach the consumer resource endpoint for post okay. The problem was an issue in the way the request was being made, and when I removed the from the backend, from the what? Consumer resource mapping, the request is now able to successfully reach the backend service. This reveals that I need to look more into how requests are handled with regards to the ending/beginning backslash. Okay. Get push origin main. Okay. There we go. It's working. So, what do I need to do? I now need to understand, I need to go in and try to understand, like, that kind of means that we reached our goal of a minimal viable product right now. Hey, that's cool. Okay. Um, but I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna see, I want to investigate. So I'm gonna come in here and say I was able to fix the problem I was having. I might actually just reload this. Make it, oh, it still has the context. Just do new. Okay, there we go. I was having with the communication between my Node.js front end microservice and my consumer microservice. Okay. So this one I don't care about. This one I do. That post mapping is actually the most important part. Here is my full endpoint that I was attempting to reach. This one works, but when I had this endpoint of post mapping like this, like this, like this, I was unable to reach it. What is going on? Okay. So, it's subtle but important. It has to do with how Spring Boot maps URLs and how your front end sends requests. How my front end sends requests. Okay. So, what causes the problem? The difference between post mapping and post mapping to this URL. Without any value maps to the root path of the controller, consume, if your controller is annotated with consume. Okay, so it's not, but we can understand it from the context. It's consumer resource. Same thing, okay? If it's annotated with consume, okay, post mapping explicitly maps to consume or /consume/, which includes a trailing slash. Why this causes problems? The trailing slash can cause mismatch depending on how your front end constructs the request URL. Okay, so whether Spring Boot is considered to treat consume and /consume whether Spring Boot is configured to treat /consume and /consume/ as equivalent. Okay, by default, Spring does not always treat these two the same, especially for post requests. So if your front end is sending just consume, which, okay, that's probably what's going on. Your endpoint was mapped to /consume/ which Spring gave a 404, okay? Why post mapping works, When you use post mapping without a value, Spring maps it to the base path of the controller, which is more forgiving and matches to both of them. Okay. Um, how to avoid this in the future? Yes, stick to post mapping no value unless you have a specific reason to include the trailing slash. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, then I can also go into Spring Boot and just automatically like put that trailing slash into my POM file. Okay. Oh, understood. I see it. Okay, okay, okay. Means that actually we have kind of a working thing now. That's really okay. It's really cool. Nice. Okay, like that's so cool. And then I can add another one, and I'm just gonna call it I don't know, YUIO, and has a quantity of 8. Okay, and submit. And then I can come in here and we'll see that. YUIO quantity of 8. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay. Woo! There we go. We got it. We have a working minimal viable product now. Awesome. So now the next steps in this project are to make it better. So finding those things that we need to add to it, trying to improve things, fixing the bugs. I already see a bug right here. So I shouldn't be able to have two vias, right? This should match on the name and just add quantity to it. We can make this prettier. We can add authentication where the user needs to log in. We can do like Docker and Kubernetes, and I mean there's a fair amount of stuff that we can add to it. But now it's fundamentally different that we're able to say, okay, here's the product. It's working. It works. And I'm adding these features to it. Instead of a day ago, I would say, well, here it is. It doesn't quite work, but I'm trying to fix it, but I'm developing on it. It's not a but anymore. It's an and. So it works, and I'm developing new features. So moving forward, I'm going to keep making videos on this project, and the videos are going to be how to improve it, how to make it better, how do we go from this, and then actually make continue to make it better, continue to improve it, and find those skills in software engineering, back-end software engineering, that we need to develop to get good at and to be able to demonstrate competency in. So I just mentioned a lot, right? Docker, Kubernetes, unit testing. We haven't done testing either. We need to write JUnit, Mockito, right? All of those things. CI/CD, integration testing, all of that, right? There's a whole bunch that we need to do. So that's where we're going to be moving forward. But I'm just really happy to say, like, okay, we have a working product. So, well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe and follow me along with this journey. I would love to have you along for the ride. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I will see you guys later.